Hey,
What's up?
let me turn up your volume a little bit. Make sure it sounds good. All right, say something.
Hello?
All right, that should be good. All right, so your name Tyler. I can call you that.
Wait, say that again?
Can I call you Tyler?
Oh yeah, that's fine. I mean, my
Okay.
name is Dan. You're
Oh, your
right.
name is Dan. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, maybe you could do a quick introduction for the stream. Just say
uh,
like where you're
uh,
from, how long you've been playing, what your goals are.
I'm TylerSwift. I'm from New York. I go to school at MDVA. I'm a Pikachu main, but Pikachu sucks, so I dual main Fox and Pikachu now. And I'm pretty new to like Fox Peach still, and yeah, I'm like still learning it. My goals are I don't know really, just like keep improving and stuff. I switched to box recently, so like I've been learning that, and I only started like entering stuff again. But yeah,
Okay, so you play Fox on box.
yeah.
Okay, and all right, that was good. So what's going on with the Peach matchup?
I don't know. I feel like I don't know how to like get in, or like I don't know like what's
Mm-hmm.
going on. Really,
Mm-hmm.
it's like she just. I feel like they just kind of wait for me to like run at them. I don't
Yeah.
know. 'Cause, like I went into this set like thinking like I'd probably just like get destroyed because it's like okay, this guy's like he's top 100, but I wound up doing like really good and then just like choking more so than like
Okay.
getting outplayed.
So you're kind of just you don't really know the matchup very well,
Yeah, like
right?
I
Okay.
I don't know the matchup. I just got carried from like just being a good player.
Okay. All right.
Also, the FD one is game two.
Oh, but was there a game one you uploaded?
Yeah.
Oh! You just uploaded it
Yeah.
out of order. I
Oh
see.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No problem.
But yeah, I kind of went into it like I wasn't really sure. Like I was just like, okay, I think like you gotta like back air and up tilt are good, I guess. So I was thinking like I should use those. I even wind up like camping with it. I don't know. Like I like to go in a lot and like
Okay.
play
No, you
fast.
can approach Peach a bunch. It's not you don't have to camper. You can. You have the
Yeah,
option, but you
yeah,
don't have to. Um.
yeah. I started out the set like good
So
too.
yeah, this is a weird matchup, and I actually struggled with it a lot until actually the beginning of 2020, where I like right after Summit, I kind of like finally put the matchup together, and then, but up until that point, I felt like a little shaky on it actually, and there's not too many Peaches around all the time, so
Yeah, that's the big thing. It's like all the other Fox matchups I get to just like play really often, but I never
mm-hmm.
find any like good
And the
beaches to
biggest
play against.
problem is that Peach is one of those characters where if you play with your intuition from other matchups, it's like the worst possible way to play.
Okay.
So like that is like it's kind of she's a little bit special in that way, and we'll get into exactly why as we go through.
Okay.
And also, wait, is it Rio Beat or Ryo Beat?
Thanks, Ryo.
Okay, yeah. So anyway, Ryo Beat plays extremely weird, but if you do so, basically, like it's you can kind of so I'm not you don't want to ignore what the Peaches are doing like in terms of like when they're doing aerial timings and stuff like that, but there's a lot of things that you can basically just do and then kind of regardless of how the Peach plays, they'll still work because like
Okay.
whenever I play Ryobeat, I basically have this experience that like I'm kind of doing the basic stuff that I would do against every Peach, and he's doing weird reactions to what I'm doing. Like, he does all his weird tech skill that's kind of
Yeah, it looked like he was just kind of like spamming tech in
yeah,
place,
he does
and then
really weird tech skill, but the thing is that like you don't actually have to adapt to that. You can just play normal and it'll actually still beat that.
yeah, I kind of noticed that. Like, I didn't really do anything different from when I play other peaches. Like, I play Mog. That's like my only peach
Oh,
practice.
okay,
Kind
yeah.
of like
That's a
bouncing
very
that group a
different Peach
lot.
from this one.
Yeah,
Mog is sick.
I love Mog.
Yeah. Okay, so already I see some pretty big things, but I'll watch for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think I do too much full hop.
Impossible. Literally impossible. Hmm. Just gonna kind of watch the game through at normal speed and see what happens before we talk about it. But there's definitely some things to talk about already.
Yeah.
So that's good. I did a lesson yesterday where it was very unclear at first what was going wrong. Ooh, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
It was nice though. It was nice because he didn't expect it at all.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Good. I thank you for punishing him for that. That was a great upper combo.
Thank you. I like Light Shield a lot.
Yeah. No, Light Shield is really good at that spot. Nice. It's crazy that you're actually doing this well, despite doing like 90% of everything wrong.
This game, I was. Playing,
but it looks like
I was playing well, but like.
Your general follow-ups and like movement are like pretty good considering you recently switched to the box. Like that triple up air you hit when he tried to hit your light shield. Like this is all pretty good.
Yeah,
tech skill wise.
Switched like in October, and I grind a lot of tech skill.
Yeah, no, this is you have really good control of the character, and that's really good because when you improve your game plan, you'll be able to just follow it a lot easier.
Yeah. Because Pikachu, it's like you have to like play really precise and neutral and shit. So I always make sure my tech skill's like super perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only other Pikachu main I know outside of X is like a hyper technical player too.
Who is it?
I don't remember his tag. His name is Eric. He's like a SoCal Pikachu.
Oh, Clash.
I don't remember his tag. I just called the guy Eric for like the last 5 years, so I just never remember what his name is or what his tag is.
He got long hair and glasses.
Yeah, he's like
yeah.
Okay, it's crazy technical. Okay, so the game went pretty well for you, and that's good, but it probably shouldn't have gone that well for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Alright, so the biggest thing is understanding that Peach has to kind of... So, it's really interesting because he basically did 0 dash attacks this game, but dash attack is kind of, like, required in this matchup for Peach.
Yeah.
So, basically, the number one thing that you should write down or whatever for this right here is dash dance more. Dash dance is incredibly powerful against Peach because so Peach is basically this bubble of death that like moves extremely slowly. So if you spend too much time in the bubble, you're gonna get pretty much murdered for it. And so you can kind of stay out of the bubble, but then she has trouble getting you into that range without getting so close that you can unreactably hit her. So, like, for instance, like, a really common thing that'll happen is Peach is dash dancing and you're dash dancing. The only move she has that'll actually hit you out of, like, a dash dance situation is dash attack. That's literally it. None of her other moves will ever reach you, ever, out of a dash dance war. Okay. So she'll be doing the dash dance and you do the dash dance. All you have to do is watch out for the dash attack. And what you can do is... He can do this, and he'll move forward a little bit, and you give him a little space, and then he moves forward a little bit more, you give him a little bit more space, and then he moves forward, and you just randomly nair him out of his float, or you drill him off the ground, and then he's in this big combo. That's like the most common neutral interaction in this matchup.
Okay.
And it works without platforms, too, which is really good for FD, because that's basically like what you'll do on FD. This will be pretty much every Peach to play like this. Is like the basics, like just literally just doing this without actually doing the rest of the matchup is just like if they do this, you give up space, and then when they approach, you just kind of randomly jump in on their approach. So a big mistake that people make against Peach is trying to whiff punish her. Then that is what you don't want to play around the whiff punish. The entire matchup is played around the fact that she has trouble catching you, and if she chases you, you can lash out and hit her. That's the entire matchup.
Okay.
There is no, with the exception of dash attack, you're basic, and like very rarely down smash, but sometimes down smash, you're not going to get opportunities to like whiff punish. Like it'll happen every now and then, but you can't have it as like the basis for the matchup. It's like pretty rare because she's so, she's like, I'm gonna fair down smash, so come in and try to react and punish my forward air, and it's like it's just not usually a good plan. Okay. And then you finally do come in and try to whiff punish the forward air, and she just shields and then shield grabs you or something.
Yeah.
So don't go for whiff punishes. You're going to entirely prevent Peach from coming close to you by occasionally like jumping at her. That is like the basis. The other thing is obviously full hops, which we can get into. But so the dash dance is super, super important. This is something. What were you gonna say?
Wait, so like the main thing is like preventing her from like approaching you and like walling her out more so than like with punish. That's like what my goal is with the dash dances.
Yeah, so the goal of your dash dance is to be like, if she's just heavy committed to sitting here and she's not even trying to move forward at all, just shoot a laser every couple seconds and then keep dash dancing. But the idea, so Peach is the worst top tier in the game in the corner. She's awful in the corner. And I know it's scary because she has down smash, but she only has down smash. She does not have, and I guess she has back throw, but she is very, very bad in the corner. And the main reason for this is that the majority of her good moves hit you forward or up and forward. And so if she's in the corner and let's say she nares you, then you just go to the other side of the stage and you're totally fine.
Yeah.
But if you're in the corner and she nares you, you go off stage and then she gets to set up for an edge guard, which could actually kill you.
Okay.
So when you're in this situation and she can't approach you, and so what you can do is you don't always just want to give up space, because if you give up space like 3 times in a row, then you're in the corner and she's in center.
Yeah.
So what you can do is, if you can sometimes take a little space, like if she's here and you're here, you can take a little space and then like basically continue camping her, but from a better, more central position.
Wait, can you explain that again?
Yeah,
Sorry.
So basically what I'm saying is that like she can only attack you from this little range where she dash attacks. Like, if she's standing here, it's kind of like right here is like her dash attack range. It's actually way shorter than you think, because the majority of the dash attack is actually like weak. It's only this little startup that's actually like good at beating Fox and like actually hits you up. Because remember, the later hitbox hits you out, so you'd be fine anyway. Yeah. So the idea is basically you don't, like, let's say you're in this position and she's over here. You don't have to wait here for her to float over to punish her approaching. You can actually take space to here because you're still safe, and then you have more room to retreat to if you need it. So basically the idea is like, it's okay to close space against Peach, but then after you close the space, then you kind of still continue camping her in her face. This is like the basis of everything. So it's basically, don't be afraid to take space, but when you take space, just be aware that the goal is to still get out of her range and convince her to approach you. Okay. Even if you're taking space.
Her range is literally just like the dash attack.
It's extremely small. It's much smaller than you could possibly imagine. She mostly will get approaches when she'll be doing this dash dance, and then Fox gets scared, thinks she's going to dash attack, and then shields, and then she floats like this, and he goes, oh no, now I let her float at me, and then she gets like a nair down smash on the shield or something like that, and you don't want that.
Yeah, like I panic sometimes when she's just like running at me, and I'm just like hit her then, right? It's like,
exactly. So you want to only hit her when she doesn't expect it, so you kind of want to give her this feeling of like, oh, I just can't catch Fox, I'm taking a little damage here and there, I can't catch him, and then she gets a little frustrated, overcommits a little bit, and then literally, the more random your attack is, the better. Don't try to find a good time to attack. Always attack at the weirdest moment. And it is the only thing that is strong against her. Because if you attack at a moment that makes sense, she can protect herself against anything. But she has to pretty heavily commit to like actually So the thing is Peach can't really dash back to avoid Fox. So if you throw out anything, she has to protect herself with an aerial or a shield. Those are her only options to actually protect herself. She can't protect herself by running away. So she's kind of stuck in the position she's at, and you can, yeah, like basically she's just stuck throwing out moves in place, but if you approach when she thinks you're going to, the moves in place will hit you. And so you just kind of have to be like, look, I'm not going to interact. And then she's like, okay. So she starts basically taking it for granted that you're not going to interact and that she has to catch you. And when she does that, she lets go of her spacing a little bit and you can hit her. That's true of every Peach.
Okay.
Let's see, what was the next thing I wanted to get to? There's a bunch of things to cover. Okay, so I talked about the dash dancing. I talked about... Yeah, not with punishing. This was the other one. Peach is the worst top tier in the game, not only in the corner, but off the ledge. So if you get this situation, consider this basically like a knockdown. Peach doesn't have good options from the ledge. So, like, for instance, if you are edge guarding Peach, your goal is, in the worst case, like, let's say you miss your entire edge guard, your goal is for her to grab ledge.
Okay.
Like, if she, like, let's say you're edge guarding her and she umbrellas and she gets back to ledge, you haven't lost the situation. Peach can be ledge trapped because she doesn't have a ledge dash. Okay. And she doesn't have very good get up option. So, like, when Peach grabs the ledge, this is awful for her. It's horrendous. This is, like, the worst situation Peach can be in. And honestly, as my Peach, what I'll normally do is I'll refresh with Umbrella a few times or refresh with Double Jump, and then I'll just literally, like, roll on and hope they miss it. Like, it's very awful. And she does not have good options at all. So as soon as she is on the ledge, her get up attack reaches to about here. Literally just stand here, and she's, like, in shambles. Like she is actually, this is the equivalent, like, Peach being here, because notice, like, I don't know if you know, because you haven't played against the character a lot, she doesn't get her float back, or
she grabs edge, right?
Yeah, she doesn't get her float back when she grabs edge, so this, like, when Peach is in the air, it's a game of resources. Your goal is actually not to hit Peach in the air, ever. Your goal, when she's, like, high up, your goal is to use her resources. So let's say Peach is floating up here or something like that, or off stage. Yeah. Your goal is not, oh, I need to hit Peach out of her float. The goal is, well, she's on a time limit, so eventually her float will run out and she has to come back to stage. So you can just kind of stand here and wait for the float to run out. The big mistake people make is they try to full hop out and shine, like Peach's float here or something, and then she just
drift back,
and then they drift back and then you're stuck here and you have to double jump, and then they drift in and they air dodge to the ground or whatever, and they're safe. But you don't ever have to do that. You can literally just stand right here, get ready to up tilt, get ready to back air, get ready to shine if she goes to ledge, prevent her from going high. She'll eventually be forced to ledge, and she has no options. So the fact that you get her to ledge and then you retreat with this is really, really bad. You're giving up on basically, like, an ideal situation. And honestly, okay, a big part of the Peach matchup is, like, she'll get up and you hit her, and then she, like, let's say she gets up and you up smash her, and she flies off stage, and then she has to repeat this same situation again and again and again and again until she literally loses her stock. Like, I've taken entire stocks worth of damage and eventually killed out of getting to Peach to ledge at literally this %.
Oh, okay.
Like, you can ledge trap her like it's ultimate, and you can just do that over and over, and she actually has no way back. This is, like, the worst part of her character.
Okay. Because I knew it was bad, I just didn't know, like, how...
No, it's horrendously bad.
To, like, abuse it. You just, like, wait for her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You literally wait for her, and she has no options to get back without getting hit again. And you can just keep sending her back to that spot until she's actually built up enough damage to like, die. Most of the time, before she dies, she'll take enough damage that she flies up really high, and then that's why they do that high float back, because you can't really prevent them from floating back high.
Yeah.
Regardless, when they float back really high, your goal is always, I tell this to people in every single matchup, even in Peach Dittos, don't let the Peach get more center than you. People have this idea of, like, I need to keep Peach off stage when she's up high, and then what they do is they go, oh, well, she kind of passed, like, maybe she's over this side platform, like right here, And people will be like, oh, well, she passed the ledge. Like, I might as well just, like, throw something out. Or they run underneath and try to up air, and then Peach just gets over here. The goal is to just have more center than Peach. So if Peach is here, you can be here, and you're winning. If Peach is here, and she's floating above the stage, you can be here, and you're still winning. Or on the top platform, and you're still winning. Just just hold the center as much as possible, and even if she gets somewhat back, just be more central than her. And this is very, very bad for her. Okay, so back to the match. You gotta make sure to pressure the ledge every time. That is her nightmare. Like, if I was playing against Ryobeat there, and I was actually... Or Ryobeat, and I was... Ryobeat. Yeah, sorry. I get it wrong every time. So if Ryobeat was on the ledge there, and I was this Fox, I would just be sitting right here pressuring as hard as I could, and it would be miserable for him to get off the ledge. Okay. So then... Okay, you get into this spot. So this is a thing that almost no one... I know I'm giving you a lot of info, but I just want to get as much of it out there as possible, and you can rewatch this later and whatever.
I stopped taking notes.
I would rather do that than try to make it super simple, and then you don't have the correct ingredients to beat her. So I'm just kind of going over the whole shebang right now.
Yeah.
So something that most people do not do against Peach, and is actually extremely important for beating her, is watch her float drift. This is super important. It's the equivalent of watching someone dash dance, where if Peach is in place and she wants to come at you, she actually has to accelerate forward, and you'll have a chance to recognize that and either move backwards, move under, or attack her.
Okay.
And another thing is, when Peach is at this height, a surprisingly good option is wave dash in turnaround up tilt, or even wave dash under up tilt. If Peach is ever floating like this, and you can get directly underneath her, and up tilt, she is extremely disadvantaged. This is really rough for her when this happens.
Would it up tilt hit? I feel like it's kind of high.
No, the up tilt doesn't hit, but it'll hit her if she tries to fall, and it's very difficult for her to react in between the up tilts to drop onto you. And most of the time, what'll happen is, if she stays floating and you just jump up and hit her, then she's just going to get hit out of the air, and she's in a bad spot. So most of the time, when she detects your forward movement, she'll drop out of float. And then you just move in and hit her. Another thing you can do is move in kind of like to here and do an up tilt, because a lot of time, that's not quite as consistent, but a lot of times she's like trying to move towards you. And what'll happen a lot of times, she'll be like right here on the ground, and you can just turn around up tilt, because she's usually like, I finally caught Fox. He's this close to me, and she'll try to float in at you, and you can just up tilt her out of that.
Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, so she goes for this. You dash back, dash in. Okay, so this is... You don't really want to do these big approaching full hops against her. If you're gonna do full hops, they need to be ones like where you're really close to her on the ground, and they're mostly vertical. If you're gonna do this full hop, you always want to just go to the platform here. This full hop is fine, but you can't like approach like this. It's not gonna work. Okay, so notice, the part, don't wave dash in grounded movement pretty much ever as Fox. Against any character. Wave dash is actually, like, awful unless you're setting up for the up tilt. If you're not setting up for the up tilt, wave dash is actually trash.
Why? It just takes time? It
puts you in a not actionable state for, like, a while. Like, 10 frames plus jump squat, so it's, like, literally, like, 14 frames or something like that. Or 13. It's 13 frames, I think, of lag, basically, when you decide to do the first jump. And you can't change your trajectory like during your wave dash, and it's slower than dash. Like, it's actually just slower. And so if you're in dash, you can shield, you can jump, you can turn around and dash the other way. You can do literally anything in dash. You can up smash, You can do anything in dash, but you can't do anything during wave dash, and it's slower. So it's actually like completely worthless unless you're setting up for an up tilt. That's the only time it's worthwhile.
Okay.
So kind of like what happens here is he goes for this dash attack. and you're here, you correctly look at how tiny this is. It's like literally this dinky little space, and it's already the away hitbox right here.
Yeah.
And so it's like this isn't something to be super afraid of. And so you get this, you see this dash attack. Also, this is something that's really funny. When Peach dash attacks your shield, you actually have so much time that you can just let go of shield and then punish her if you want.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
There are a ridiculous number of ways to punish Sheik dash attack because it is impossibly slow. So whenever she dash attacks, this move has so much end lag, you have tons of time to punish. But because you wave dash in, you give her all this time, and then you're not close enough. So if you had just dashed back in, you get a free grab, you get a free drill, you get a free anything. But because of this wave dash movement, you're stuck in a really not the spot you wanted, and you get jabbed. Okay. Even despite this incredibly annoying, or like you have this really big punish window on her that she's very scared of, and then so you just have to make sure to take advantage of that when it happens.
Gotcha.
When Peach down smashes like this, you get to set up one of your best situations on Peach, which is the drill on the back of her shield. So most of the time, I mean, there's a chance you could have run up grabbed this or something, or run up smashed, or drilled it maybe or something like that. If you can react and short hop drill this in time, that's good for you. But I'm assuming maybe you kind of react when Peach's down smash is almost near its end, it's pretty fast and you don't really expect it, and she's kind of nearing the end. What you want to do is full hop, make it ambiguous which side of her you're going to land on, and then secretly always land on the back. Or almost always land on the back. If you can land this drill on the back of her shield, you have one of the most annoying pressures on Peach, and most people do not know about it. This is the Fat Goku pressure, and the idea is that you drill the back of her shield, and you don't shine. This is very important. Do not shine. What you do is you drill again. This is the most frustrating pressure for Peach, is Fox drill on the back of the shield and then just literally no shine. Because if you shine, what they'll do is they'll try to roll. The shine will hit them out of the way. It'll hit them and you won't be able to react and actually punish them. And they'll just get out. But if you drill and they're shielding and you drill again, they don't realistically have any options that will actually get away from you in a way that lets them threaten you. It's not like you can do it every single time, but you can do it every single time and not get punished.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
So it's you might not get an opening every time, but you can just, it's so frustrating. Especially when you're at kill percent, when Peach is at 100 or something, and Fox is just drilling the back of your shield over and over. It's a nightmare. It's actually a nightmare.
Okay.
So that is really, really good. That's a kind of a secret pressure that most people don't know about. So yeah, the full hop over her and then ambiguous here, and then usually land behind her with a drill and then just keep drilling. It's scary, but you can get away with it.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Notice that in this movement, there's a severe lack of dash dancing. You don't have to dash dance, but it's pretty good. Oh, and because you jumped here instead of dash dancing, you don't get the free punish on this. This is the equivalent of this literally is I'm pretty sure this is literally laggier than Fox up smashing here. So it's
okay.
So it's
that puts things into perspective.
Right, just imagine someone whiffs their laggiest move here. You need to be down to punish this every time, and if you're jumping away or you're in kind of an inactionable state, you're not going to get it. Whereas if you dash dance here, you're always in a position to punish this. Just look at how long this is. Look at how insanely long this thing is.
I do a lot of the jump away, turn around laser.
Yeah, no, those are kind of worthless. You're giving up space for free. You can do it only if, I honestly would never do it. Do it. I think I do it sometimes, but it's just because I sometimes give up the game plan. But it's not as good. I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay.
The European foxes are really good. Whenever they're scared here, if they're scared, they just full hop straight up, and then in the worst case, they can drift to platform, and in the best case, they get a potential opening if Peach dash attacks here. And I think
Yeah.
that's a really good option. The European foxes are all really, really good at full hopping onto Peach. So look at this. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12. Oh, wait, so that's like 32 or something like that?
Yeah.
Something like that. It's huge. It's gigantically. It takes forever. You have tons of time to punish it.
Wait, I'll be back in like 30 seconds to use the bathroom.
Okay. I messed up counting, but I count like that all the time. I count like in groups of tens a lot when I'm counting numbers. And then I just remember how many tens I've counted. It's easier than being like 35, 36. I'm just like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. But then I messed up and I said 11, 12. And then I was like, oh. I had trouble with Peach. I mean, Falco, second, Fox. I get even results. Do you think I should play with Fox or Falco? It doesn't really matter, man. You gotta just follow your heart. Do whatever you think is the best option. Like, just have fun with it. It's not something where there's something that's really, really important on one side or the other.
Okay,
of
I'm
that.
back.
Okay. So, yeah, this is like another situation where, like, he dash attacks your shield, and you're like, like, I have to hurry and punish with, like, my fastest move, but, like, look at how much lag he still has, you know?
Yeah.
You actually could have almost gotten him with the full hop drill there. So, like, just very, very comfortably, every time they dash attack your shield, you can literally let go of shield and then shine. You don't even need to, like, shine at a shield.
Okay.
And
So
then
I always see people shine at a shield, and it's like that's just it's just like too hard and not consistent.
no, literally
Like,
just
every
literally
dash
let go of shield, and then you can shine.
Gotcha.
You can also wave dash down at a shield and shine. It's that easy.
Okay.
So the important thing out of this, of course, is this is another sort of like offshoot thing, but after every wave shine on Peach at lower or mid percents, the answer is always up tilt. Wave shine reverse up tilt is your biggest friend in this matchup. Okay.
Yeah, I know about that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and notice that if you're... So this is okay, but you haven't... In this spot, you're approaching Peach. Like, this hasn't been established that she's chasing you. These up tilts... Hey, Ice, thank you so much for the raid. But, okay, so this... I was just talking about European foxes. So, this up tilt only works when you've established that she is chasing you. Otherwise, it's just basically, like, doing bad... Like, this is the equivalent of just, like, up airing in place here or something. Like, it doesn't really do anything. She's not pressured to come in. She's preparing to defend her corner space from you approaching. And so, yeah. So these are kind of worthless, and that's why, you know, so she just gets, like, the whiff punish. And then... So, this is something that you're just... Yeah, so, like, right here, don't give up space here. Like, remember, Peach's threat range is literally here.
Yeah.
This is it. So you're chilling. You're like big chilling right here. So there's no reason to like give up this space and start lasering here when you could be just... I wouldn't actually laser here, but you could be doing the dash dance stuff right here.
Yeah.
And make her very, very uncomfortable.
Gotcha.
And the other thing is Peach has to wave dash a lot in her movement. She can't just dash dance all over the place. And so a lot of times if you do these random attacks, you'll actually find that you hit her during her wave dash. Oh, it came up right there.
Yeah.
but you nared it. The nair... So you kind of have to look for tendencies against Peach. You can't really react to what she's doing because she'll be floating and not floating at like various windows. But what you can do is kind of look for tendencies because remember she has to approach you. And so if she's feeling kind of grounded, then you go for the drill. And if she's feeling kind of floaty, then you go for the nair.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because if Peach floats like this, because do you know about subfloat?
No.
Basically, there's like a technique that Peach can use that's a little bit difficult, and they use their double jump and then basically float right above the ground, like lower than the lowest float height.
Okay.
And Ryobi Ryobeat. I don't know, I do that every time. Ryobeat is good at using subfloat, but it's so awkward. It's really uncomfortable. 99% of the time, he's not going to be subfloating. No one will be subfloating. If Peach does the thing where, like, she holds down and then she presses Y, so she does, like, her low float, this actually is not ASDI downable. So if
just nair that?
Yeah. If Peach is floating, even at her lowest float height, you can always nair it.
Oh, yeah, that's obvious how you said it.
Yeah, but subfloat is ASDI downable. But they're not going to be subfloating 99% of the time. So this is a really common thing that Peaches do, is they do this, they go up to this height, because the idea is this float height avoids Fox's short hop aerials entirely. Her legs are actually, like, up here. So none of your short hop aerials are going to hit her. And honestly, none of your lasers. So what she'll do is she'll use this to approach. And remember what I said, wave dash in here and up tilt, or just dash dance. What you can do is, she actually has quite a bit of travel time to come down here. So something you can do is basically you can mix up wave dash in up tilt with dash in, dash back, and then if she lands, you get that full hop thing right here.
Okay. I was like looking at what some other foxes do, and they just like run under and like cross up back air. I guess that's like, doesn't get you much. Like, it doesn't get you as much as like the dash does.
The back air is kind of the lazy version of the up tilt. Like, it kind of covers the same space, but the up tilt has a lot more potential to do things to her. But they both work. It's accomplishing the same goal, that they run under and back air.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so, like, look, if you had dash dance right here and then waited, like, if you dashed in right here like you're doing, and then you dash back without reacting, just dash in, dash back right here, and then you see her doing this, that's when you get this jump over and you get this drill pressure that we were talking about right here. And then if you had wave dashed under and up tilted, that would have worked too. This is a really common situation you'll see repeat all the time with Peach. But then you do this thing. This is the option that Peach is covering. This is exactly what she wants, where she floats here and she's like, look, I'm here, and she wants you to run in and full hop aerial her so she can drop at you at this diagonal and hit you out of it. So this is the one option you don't want to do, but you can do either of those other two options and be in great shape there every time.
Okay.
Peach is surprisingly limited, and if you do these right options, it'll just kind of open up. It's weird how much it opens up if you do everything correctly. Obviously, don't try to shield grab floating aerials, like, literally ever.
Yeah.
You can shine out a shield here a lot of times. Yes, sometimes she can down smash you and stuff like that, but, like, Peach has all these mix-ups here where she does this into a grab and she does this into a jab. And if you just hold shield, then it'll beat the down smash as long as you angle your shield down. And then you might get a punish.
Okay.
Whereas, like, the shine out of shield basically beats, like, most of her other stuff. Or what you can do is you can shield, you can wait for the first jab, and then you can see, like, maybe you can, like, jump or roll after the first jab. There's a bunch of options to do out of this situation. It's a little bit more complicated than that, but, like, the shine out of shield there is not too bad, as long as you're prepared to act out of it if she happens to get this jab off. And yeah, so this is not the roll you want to do. If you're gonna roll. I mean, I guess it's weird because you don't want to roll into the corner, but if you do this, she'll just down smash and you'll get sent off stage anyway. Usually here, it's better to full hop, but if you full hop every time, they'll read it with a full hop nair. Like, basically, you can do anything you want here. They kind of have to do, like, a hard read to get you. It's a situation you don't want to be in, but once you're actually in it, she has to kind of guess perfectly to catch you, and so as long as you, like, mix it up an acceptable amount, you should be pretty okay.
That makes sense.
And then, you're here, and you're trying to do this back air pressure, but the thing is, like, this isn't gonna get you a lot. Like, you can do it, it's fine, but it doesn't necessarily lead to too much. Like, basically, if you're here, your only option is to drop an aerial, and it's a good pressure position. Like, you can tell that it feels bad for the Peach, but the problem is that they can dash around and then shield whatever you're gonna do, and it can kind of end up bad for you. And I think if you do the grounded pressure, you also have the option of grabbing, and throwing her off stage, and it kind of just opens up your options a little better. This
Okay.
feels safer, but remember, Peach doesn't really have a great threat range anyway. So you do this, and Peach is like super struggling. She's like, how do I get out of the corner? And then you're like, actually, you can just get out of the corner.
Yeah.
Where am I?
Just
There we
like
go.
gave him all that space.
So look,
Just
you
come
have
back
this. This is he's in the corner. He's experiencing anxiety, you know, and then you're like, okay, here I am, and then you're like, she's gonna dash attack, and it'll go like this, like, God. It's like no, it literally goes right here. Like you're fine, but like it's easy when you don't know the character to literally be like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm here, and to be like, I'm in danger, right? But you're not actually in danger right here. Not if she dash attacked right now and you stopped in place, her dash attack would not hit you.
Yeah.
So like you're actually fine here, but you get a little scared and you go under your nice little platform haven here. I talk about this position a lot, being underneath the edge of this platform. This is a great position in most situations, but not in this one. You had corner pressure. If you wanted
Yeah.
an edge of the platform to be on, it should be this one.
Gotcha.
And then you get this super fake combo, which is awesome. Because if you had missed it and he shielded, the up smash would have just pushed him off, probably to ledge. So this was actually not too bad.
I don't even know what possessed me to
Yeah,
go
no,
for
this
that.
was such a good up air combo. I literally wouldn't have hit this. You're better than me.
It's like box shit.
I 100% would not have hit this into this into that. That one's super sick. That was great. And then the lasers when he's coming down, those are also great. These up tilts, these are super good, but don't let him come off this side of the platform because then he has center. So
Yeah.
these up tilts are great, but what I would do is when you see him kind of moving this way, maybe walk or wave dash to here and up tilt here. Like,
Okay.
just in general, because it's like these are making it really hard to come down. As Peach, the situation feels horrible to come down on.
Yeah.
And so what you want is for him to not be able to come down to center because then he gets this nice reset and then, oh, look, I'm shield pressuring you and I'm in center. And it's like, okay, so he rolls, so he's in corner anyway. So the laser camping, this is okay as long as when he approaches, you're ready. So in this situation, when you move back, see, you're moving back too early. You actually don't want to move back until a little later.
Yeah.
Because of the small range. But
Yeah,
he's just super ultra like Kamehameha, like whiffs it out here like way early. But because you're doing this silly short hop thing, you once again can't punish it. This is the exact situation as earlier.
Yeah.
And so this is a really bad habit. You just want to be dash dancing, and if he whiffs this out, that's easy money.
Okay.
Easy money right there. And then, yeah, this is not super good. This, it doesn't really do anything.
Yeah. It's just getting antsy.
It's just getting antsy. Okay, good recovery. That was, okay, good back here. Fine drill. Not maybe a great drill, but not... See, yeah, I think just stopping doing this short hop will be a big deal for you. So this wasn't maybe an amazing drill because remember, you want to attack Peach when Peach is clearly about to chase you. And in this situation, Peach is in wall mode. Whenever Peach is trying to keep you out by walling, this is not when you want to attack.
Okay.
So Peach is like, I'm going to wall you, and then shielding and all this stuff. And then, so yeah, this is when you come in. The thing is, Fox is kind of broken in this way, where like, if she tries to shield grab here, sometimes the shine will hit, and then you get this annoying, like, at this percent, you can wave shine up tilt, and if he DIs wrong, you can get the up air.
Yeah.
And that'll kill. So this is not maybe perfect according to the game plan, but it's not bad. This is fine. And you do the wave dash back, which was good. But then you get here, and then you're like, you know what? I don't like this spot. I want to jump away laser. And this is just get rid of that habit entirely.
Yeah.
It's very bad.
Jump away laser bad.
Oh yeah, look at that. I cannot. That's so cruel. 72%. So unfair. So unfair. It was a good up tilt though. Great up tilt actually.
Thank you.
Okay, that was a little nonsense, but it was fine. Yeah, this is a spot. Peach, you can't really punish her for landing here at all. Like, she will literally back air here every time, and you can't predict on her drifts enough to avoid it. So the
Yeah.
common response when you're in this spot is to full hop. Because, like, full hop here. Because if she goes underneath the platform, she's now in the corner, and you get to land and corner pressure her. And if she actually drifts in to try to hit you, you can punish with a drill. And either hit with the drill or punish into that pressure that we talked about.
Okay.
Okay, you didn't want a ledge dash. Ledge dash is good, but
I
it happens.
too
It
nervous
happens.
on my ledge dash.
Really good up tilt. This is actually extremely good play positionally, because if you look at it, you're in this bad spot where Peach is on the ground and you're up here. Not a bad spot. It's not actually bad for Fox, but it's not, you don't get to apply pressure from here. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's a less good spot. And so you just came down, this happened, and then you're like, all right, so what am I going to do from here? And you notice that Peach is getting a little impatient. She gave up the ground. And so you're just like, okay, I'll just get right under you. And she's like, no. I was just trying to catch you up here. How did you end up under me? And it's like, yes, that's perfect. Because you end up under her, and then you get this. And yeah, so you messed that up. Normally after this, you don't want the second up tilt. This is where you nair or back air. Every time here when you get this, you get nair, and you're guaranteed at least a nair or a nair back air. Or
like
a nair up air.
Too.
Huh?
Or like up air too would work, I think.
No. Always nair here.
Always nair? Okay.
Yeah, always nair this spot. Because the thing is, look, if you nair here, and this nair hits, if she survival DIs, she goes up here, and then you can up air her or back air her. And if she DIs away, she's not going to get to the ground. You'll actually just get another hit, and she'll be off stage.
Okay.
So, yeah. Do not up air here. Always just do another, just nair. It's so much better. Really, really good. Excellent. Excellent combos. That is not your weakness at all. Yeah. Don't do this. This is just when you're like, okay, I'm winning. What's a game plan? I don't know. Back air time.
Yeah, that was kind of like.
But I
come back this game. But
I have
yeah,
lost
I'm
this
pretty
situation against Peach so many times. I would not recommend this. But that was obviously not part of your game plan.
Yeah.
So, but just don't do those. Yeah. So this is a spot. This is fine. Peach can kind of gamble with that sometimes, where if like you happen to not get hit by the umbrella, you landed a little bit further away, you have a nice punish on her, and if she lands this umbrella, she's never actually going to get like a follow-up. This is kind of like a lucky follow-up. Yeah, so you can do this. That's the thing, is you can do this laser pressure, but like what you want to do here, Peach is doing this down tilt, you want to make Peach work for every inch she gets. That is something you have to keep in mind at all time. If remember, Peach's dash attack hits like here. If Peach wants to hit you over here, she better put in the work and move this close. And then you move back an inch. Well, if she wants to get you right here, she's got to put in the work and go to here. And then you go, okay, now I'm going to go to here. So you move back to here, and you're like, all right, Peach, you have to put in the work to get to here. And then you go, vroom, and you smack her.
Yeah.
You just
so
fly
really
back
saying,
in.
like, when she's in like wall mode, I'm not gonna want to approach her. So there, like, she's in wall mode, so I want to just like take space and like.
Yeah, take
her
space.
not
And,
able to hit,
yeah, like the idea is like stage is like currency. You have this amount of space as like currency, and what you're doing is you're basically giving away some of your money by moving to here.
Okay.
And what you want is Peach to have to work really hard to take every inch, because if she overcommits even slightly on taking the space, you can just hit her.
Okay.
So you want to make her really try hard and take a while and just finally like work you out of her space, and then suddenly you hit her.
Okay.
That is the biggest thing in this whole matchup. I do this to every Peach, and it's brutal. So this laser is okay, and because it's only okay because he just gives up and just early dash attacks. This is the scrubbiest dash attack. We're just not going to talk about this. This is awful.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is if you were playing this dash dance game, you would get a punish on this.
Yeah, I get like an easier grab or like.
Yeah, so you get this punish anyway. That's fine. You get grabbed out of the drill or out of the jump after the drill, but it's whatever. Okay. Yeah. So this is just a small detail, but after nair,
Yeah, should have gone for like another nair, like an up tilt or something.
always up tilt. Always
Okay.
up tilt here. Because the thing is if you nair and then he's actually still on the ground for the shine to work, you're already gonna get hit. You might as well be DIing because you're already gonna get hit. If he CCs your nair, you're about to get down smashed or grabbed, and that's it. Like you've already lost. And if he's in the air, then you should always up tilt. So you should just always up tilt anyway, because if the up tilt's not gonna work, you're already about to get hit.
Okay.
Yep, bad nair. This is how Peach makes the comeback.
Yeah.
So the thing is just always stick to the game plan. The game plan. And don't shield.
Don't shield? Okay.
Don't shield when Peach is in the air. You can shield her dash attacks, because if Peach is trying to do that thing where she's slowly taking the space, and you just shield, to actually grab you, or to pressure you with float, she has to close so much more space. It's kind of like a bait. But the thing is if you're shielding, you're not dash dancing, and so it's not quite as good. But during your dash dance, sometimes it's good to just shield and then wave dash back to be like, oh, look, sure would have been nice if you'd been close enough to hit my shield. And she's like, and then you can kind of use that. But when she's in this spot and she's floating, you're better off just rolling away from her aerial approach or full hopping out of the way early. So, like, if she's like this, and you feel uncomfortable right here, you could just full hop back here, or wave dash back into the corner, and you're literally totally safe. She can't do anything. Okay. But when you shield like this, it kind of gives her, like, her pressure. Yeah, you're just kind of doing that dropping back air thing. There's a bad approach. Notice that she ended up on the ground after the nair, and so you're just already dead. Obviously, this is bad because she was walling. Notice that she wasn't chasing you.
Yeah,
she was waiting.
Yeah.
When she's waiting, never attack ever. So then she does this, spamming tech skill. You're kind of like, just die next game, okay? Next game. Okay, and you get to the next game. That was pretty much what you were doing.
Yeah, I felt like especially like the games 3 and 4, like I like literally won them, and then just like
all right, let's just skip to 4 because I think we're actually almost at time.
Yeah,
we have a couple minutes.
It's like the biggest throw of my life.
We have like around 10 minutes left. So
okay. That was a really good lesson so far. Thanks.
Oh yeah, I agree. So so this is fine. One thing is that when the match starts, you're too passive here. Like, because here's the thing: if he starts by rushing center, and you drop here, this is fine. But you still don't have as much space as you want. Whereas if you rush center and he rushes center, this is kind of bad. Because, like, let's say he floats off here, and then you run to center, and then he tries to come down on you, and you full hop over it. Suddenly, you're in a great spot.
Okay.
So, and if he goes for this is kind of like a little bit of a greedy opening. It's fine from him. It's a little, but it's not that it's greedy in a bad way, but it's like a very like. He's not aggressively taking stage. He's like, I'm going to get this turnip, but this gives you the ability to take stage. Like, what if he just did this turnip, and then you immediately like ran or like short hopped off the platform to here. Suddenly he's under a ton of pressure.
I have all the space.
So it's okay to be a little aggressive on your openers. And so look, here's a spot where Peach is here. Doing this, comes down, and you're like, I'll whiff punish the forward air. No. Never. You're never gonna hit that. You'll hit that, like, basically, once you implement this game plan, and you can already beat every Peach on Earth, then you can optimize slightly by occasionally whiff punishing forward air. But don't try to do it in, like, 99% of the time.
Yeah.
This is a spot where it's very... So you get this, he hits you here, you roll back. This is one of the first situations that's come up this whole lesson where you're actually at a disadvantage here. This is not comfortable for you. So there's an honest way to play it, and there's like a haha Fox broken way to play it. So the honest way to play this is you're playing that same game with his dash attack, but you're out of space, so it's kind of like your last chance. And if you full hopping here is not super recommended, because what they'll do is they'll approach, and then as soon as you full hop, they full hop nair here and hit you out of it.
Yeah,
Armada does that all the time.
A lot.
Yeah,
He
or
was
yeah,
taking
yeah. At this
a
percent,
lot
they'll
of
usually full
corner.
hop up here right here. So what you can do is you can dash dance and then like short hop or wave dash down, and then a lot of times they'll react to it and full hop, and then you get the opening. So that is the honest way to play it. Another way is you can just dash dance and run out of the corner and just, you know, basically try to get like a cross up, because Peach can't deal with Fox's cross ups well without like shielding or whatever. So like what you can do is kind of be like, come on, come get me. You can shoot a couple lasers and Peach kind of moves to here, and then you're like dash, nair, cross up, and now I'm in center and I hit your shield and you can't punish me. Or you drill and you're on the back of her shield and she still can't punish you. So that is like the honest way to play it. The Super Fox's broken way to play it is you run into the corner. This is like the unfair part of the matchup. This is like Peach has finally gotten you in the corner. Like she's done it. She's suffered through full hop. She's suffered through lasers. Now it's your time, Fox. You will face your reckoning. And then Fox just goes to ledge and ledge dashes off, and Peach has to move back to center.
Yeah.
So that is what you do in this situation. If you ever just feel like, oh no, like I'm trapped in the corner, I don't have anything, he's reading me, he's just in my head, and he's just smashing everything, go to ledge and ledge dash and you win the situation. It's so sad, but it's so true. That wins. It's very, very sad, but it's actually a thing. So yes, this is what you don't want to get hit by. If you're ever scared enough to full hop here, just go to ledge and you get off for free, and very unhappy Peach mate. That's what'll happen. So yeah, okay, so I used to do this all the time. I'm getting flashbacks from this, where you're like, I have Peach super in the corner, and then you're like, get out of there! Run to the center! Get to the center! I want all the center! And it's like, okay, I mean, you gave up your corner pressure, and then you're like, that's not enough! I'm not satisfied to just give up the corner. I need to give up center too! And you run away. I used to do this. I'm like super getting flashbacks. I used to do this every time against Peach. I was like, well, more space can't hurt me. And it's like, yeah, but you have less space behind you. The more space behind you have, that's the important space. The actual space in front of you is not very important. But yeah, no, I've done this so many times that like I feel you on this, okay? Like I understand. I have done this more times than I want to remember. And it's just not good. Like here, when you're right here after this wave dash, just do the dash dance. You have this sick pressure here. She is suffering. And then you go to here, you can still play the dash dance game here, and you're like, nah, okay, now I'm going to take this. And when you give Peach this, you've basically given her this center to corner pressure that she got over here, but you gave it to her again for free.
Okay.
Notice that this is extremely annoying also, that if you drill here and then you drilled again, it'll actually just beat this.
Oh, the spot dodge?
Yes, it'll actually just catch her, and you would have gotten another drill here. It's sad, but that'll actually be a spot dodge.
Okay.
Aha! 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 Look at this. You do the dash dance game. See, you're lasering. This sure is annoying. Peach goes to here. You back off a little bit. You actually... Obviously, you're not really used to this, but you can actually back off a little later. Look how actually shallow her dash attack is.
Yeah.
So
that's probably the biggest takeaway.
So
like
right here, you don't actually have to move back until she's like here. So she's trying to get this. He goes for this super desperate dash attack, but because you're dash dancing now instead of wave dashing, you react super late. Look how far in it he is. And you're like, alright, here I am, I guess I'll just grab. Bam. Oh, you were 1 frame late, but it didn't matter. So, yes, you get this grab here. You get this. Peach actually should never, ever get hit by this up air. It's literally not a real up air at all, and she can just double jump out.
Yeah, I knew that. I mean,
but
he was getting
Ryobeat does not do that for some reason. Armada does every time. Ryobeat does not. I don't know why.
Like half the Peaches I play don't do that.
Yeah, half the Peaches don't do
Mod
it.
hits it every time.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's sad, but for some reason they don't. I still think it's good to go for the up air because it forces them to double jump, which gets rid of some of their resources. So then once you're here, you get this. Okay, that was good. Okay, this was fine. If this situation happens, you held center, you got damage. We're all good here.
Okay.
And then you gave up center. But that's okay. Aha, this is the perfect example of the full hop drill in place. The full hopping in is bad, but if you're here and she lands right next to you, this full hop is fantastic.
Okay.
Kind of a bad nair, but that's okay. It wasn't awful. Yeah, and this is okay. Like, that pressure is fine. It's just not... What you want at this percent is you want drill or up smash or something like that, and like the back airs from the platform won't get you that. What you'll end up is in these awful situations where you back air Peach, she floats off, she comes back to stage, she air dodges to the ground, you back air again, she goes off stage, and you do that until she's at 170, and then at 170, she just shield grabs your back air one time and you die, and then she's ahead 4 stocks to 3, and you're like, what am I doing wasting my life with this stupid game? So you want to focus. So this matchup depends very heavily, outside of all these neutral things, look at her kill percent. The more stocks you take against Peach when she is at like 80 to 90 to 100, the better you'll do, and the more you let her live. See, this is really good. The more you let her live, the worse. And I notice you haven't really had an issue with this set that I've seen so far in these couple matches, but it's a really common issue. And it's kind of like, if Peach is protecting herself really well and it's hard to kill her, it's actually better to kind of go for super crazy kill moves or like the drills than to go for like back air and grab over and over until she's at like 170.
Yeah.
So just be super... The worst thing as Peach is when you're playing a Fox and they understand that, and you're at 75, and they're just literally hunting for the drill wave shine up smash at 75, and you're like, dude, like, can't we just pretend it doesn't kill till 100, you know? And it's like, no, like, when the Fox knows that at 75, drill wave shine up smash literally kills, it's so miserable.
Okay.
Okay, good dash dances overall. Okay, you just missed the whiff punish. He gets this. Yeah, don't do that. You'd be better off. You were kind of dead anyway. One thing that's kind of a small thing here, but you can actually get away with up being right here, and Peach can't actually cover all the options.
Yeah.
Poor Peach. I played this matchup so much from the Peach side, and almost all of my success just comes from the Foxes not knowing what's happening.
I don't feel bad. She camped me as Pikachu, so...
Oh, yeah. Definitely don't feel bad. So, yeah, no, this is really good that you were hunting for the drill shine there, because it's just... Notice that when he's trapped on ledge here, he's just out of luck completely.
Yeah.
Like, what does he do?
So I just have to, like, calm down and just, like, react to him.
Yeah, just calm down and react. Like, you're in a huge advantage, and Peach literally can't threaten you at all. Okay, but that's about an hour.
Yeah.
We didn't get to everything in the matchup, but I covered so many of the basics that I think we're at
good.
We're definitely in a spot where like you can learn just the things we talked about, and you'll already be for sure beating all the Peaches that you run into. It's not the whole matchup, but it's enough to at least give you plenty to practice until you want to get another lesson or something like that.
Okay, yeah, no, this is like really, really helpful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, awesome. All right, I hope you have a good day. And if you have like a clip or anything where you're confused, feel free to send it to me, and I can answer that.
Oh, for sure.
All right.
Yeah, all right, have a good one, man.
Yeah, later.